was executed. He goes, no, and he let it go, and then it ends the movie with him setting out the next day to track this guy down. So, but
Nah.
anyway, it's
He's like, oh, you spit in my face. Look, I need to just hunt you some more, man, and let you run. Because if I just kill you now, I'm doing you a favor. Because you've been
right. I
running
mean,
and you spitting on me.
to me, it's kind of like, well, it's like,
There's different. That's what makes it good is that it can mean a lot of different things, and you can never be inside the writer's head or the character's head or any person's head. And but wisdom.
well, at the very end, it all comes down to motivation. It's like,
Um,
what is the motivation behind your action? And, my reference has always been you have a little old lady who's at a busy intersection and she's trying to get across the intersection. But she's very feeble and has a cane and everything. And, even though there's a crossing light, it goes pretty quick. And basically, a Boy Scout comes up and helps her cross the street. And on the surface, you look at that, you go, oh, this is great. You got this Boy Scout who's helping this old lady across the street and everything. But you have to look at it and go, is it truly a noble deed? Once you start throwing other factors in mind, in other words, did the Boy Scout help the little lady across the street because his little Boy Scout manual says that you need to go do a good deed every day? So is he doing it because, oh, I need to get a good deed done so I can get so many points so I can get my parents a nice vacation? Or is it, oh, he knows this lady's a multi-billionaire and, oh, I help her across the street, maybe she'll leave me some money? Or is it, I got my grandmother's just like her, and I know, she needs help with stuff, and I'm gonna go help this little lady across the street because she sincerely needs someone to help her because she may get hit, and at her age, like a broken hips and death sucks.
right.
And all those are factors and all those are motivations. Well, technically, at the very end, we all know as viewer is that this is another fellow human being that needs help, and without any consideration or any reward, I give a kid. I'm gonna help her get across the street, and I have no intention of ever seeing her again or ever getting any kind of reward.
I'm trying to get my points, my
Those
coins.
are the things that place in a position
Yeah.
that you have to be careful. You're
Hey,
fellow human being.
I gotta ask you something right now, because
Go ahead.
yeah, I had to. Um, I got like about. I mean, you know how it is. I've got about 10 things going on at the same time in front of me, right as we're talking. But your story was really good, so I put you on speakerphone. But it's probably being picked up over the internet. Sorry. uh, uh, uh,
That's fine.
yeah, but it was a good story. I think you would be glad that it was recorded. But that was another question I want to ask you. If you can help me today with this thing, with this project, I'm not coming to you like begging. I think you would get benefit out of it for the kind of work that you do as well, knowing how to set up.
Right. I guess my question is, I have no problem helping you. I guess my question is, what exactly do you need me to do?
Okay, probably the best thing is for me not to tell you, but just two things. Install Macarena. Well, that the you may like. Actually, maybe I should send you a Macarena installer. The thing is this is Plarium Play, the platform where the game is. It's a free to play game, but it has millions of players on it, right? So install that and install Discord, and then we talk again, right? Cause if I tell you the whole thing, I'm gonna glaze over it. It's, right. Okay. Yeah,
I'm not saying you're creating a YouTube video or whatever, but I mean, basically,
I am.
as a you're going, okay, here's someone who's never seen this before. I'm gonna send them a link. They're gonna install a game, and we're gonna do this. And yeah, I don't have a problem. Send me the information, and
Discord.
not
Uh, are you at a computer? Oh, you're outside. I thought you were in bed or something. I haven't, I got to a point where right now with dealing with taking care of my child and my wife is so unhealthy. My God, she's got a very serious bad diet and stuff. And please don't repeat that. Well, I mean, it's on the internet now, so. But I'm trying to I don't have time, man. I got to get my stuff on the road to save my family, to save my wife, and to save my daughter, because it's real. Yeah. And Ken, this is humiliation for me, because a lot of my kids around where I was teaching who saw pictures of my wife when we were having the courtship and stuff, they were like, she don't love you, fool. She catfishing you. And I don't think that's true. I think she does love me, but she would, like, imagine your situation if you're like trying to get married and your culture says that this is your resume to get a good husband, right? And it's all made up, none of it's true, then you might just take it as a given that the guy that you met is a certain thing that you want, and he's just doing the same thing. He's lying about all this stuff that he wants to make himself look moral and stuff like that. And so she's coping with this thing. And the best illustration that I can say of it is she, my God, you're trying to act like you're good. You're trying to pretend you're good. And I'm like, no, dear, actually, that's not it. I'm bad, and I'm trying to be good. I know for a fact that I'm not a good person. This whole world's going up in flames, and I'm not doing. If I'm doing stuff for myself, I'm most certainly bad, because she don't want me to help anybody. She likes me helping people when it's all that money rolling in, and I'm in a good position right now because I could really go back, and the director of that school would make it happen that they would give me my job back. They have not shut down my email yet, but I left. It was more than just about me. I saw in front of me a lady that was struggling and screaming, and she was attacking not just me but other people. And I said, come over here and let me tell you all the bad things about me, Toro, El bullhead woman. If you here's my red cape. I started waving it. I was like, I'm like, I didn't graduate high school, and I had to get a GED, and I lived on the street. My mom threw me out when I was 15, and just anything. And she was just tearing into me. And finally, it got to a point where she's screaming from one end of the building to the other at me. And I told the principal, I said, I went during that time, I went to the various offices. I was like, she got a lot of complaints. You better check on her. The people that hired her, I was like, she's got grievances. and it's and I would go every day and make sure when she was back there getting ready to lose her mind or whatever, because it's hard in there. And she's an old 70-year-old white woman that probably I think she's a phony. I don't think she really has teaching experience, especially not with 99% black people, which she has never even known one black person maybe in her life. So yeah, my wife, like my wife says that I quit because I was angry. Yeah, I was angry. I don't want to stay angry. That is the reason why I quit. But I should not. It was wrong for me to be angry. And I got out of the situation so I would not. Yeah. Yeah. So I told the day before I quit, I did go to I was going up the chain, because this whole thing of going directly to the board of directors when you've just been hired and you're at the rock bottom, I'm not that kind of person. I really believe you have to understand beyond yourself there's a functionality of leadership. So first I went to my supervisor repeatedly and it went, about what was going on. He said, well, I'm going to have to send it up the chain. This is the third time you came to me. So I'm going to have to go up to Miss Cook to the next level, right? So we were going through that process, and it's like what I saw. It's like I saw you go over there, and there's a black man up in there in that whole damn hall. Every single teacher quit, right? And you're saying that Negro in there can't speak English, and it's a question of the administration. What kind of administration would even hire someone who can't even speak English to teach an English class? And I think, it was something like, he might have said, if y'all think that, y'all be tripping, or something that we say. We don't say, well, I surmise it's possibly indications of intoxication of the lysergic acidothalidomide intoxicant. Nobody fucking says that. They say y'all be tripping, because that's what it means, right? I don't know exactly what happened, but he said something, and she came down and she was red in the face that he couldn't even speak English. He can fucking speak English, man. And also, you're saying he don't have a certificate. Do you have a full license to teach? Why is he in here if he doesn't have a certificate? Maybe he's from them. He actually, I met him and talked to him. He can speak English. He from Chicago, right? And grew up, you and Ray, I was down here in solid black town, and I think y'all had a different kind of life from us. When I'm like in a school of 1,000 kids and there's only 5 white people in there. And I'll tell you the truth, when they put me over there at Oak Knoll in Fulton County, it was to put me in a white school. That was a factor. There was some discussion about being in a color school is the problem. Man, in that school, I hated that school. Still to this day, awful things were going on in there, and the color school was better. I was getting along better in the color school. And yeah, but anyway, I'm sorry. I about went off of it there. But what happened was the coach of right in front of my eyes, she said these things to the brand new ELA coach of the entire school. And the fact is, man, we at the point we're trying to keep the doors open, right? If that man quits or is fired, what the hell are we gonna do? Right? And maybe he does not speak English, but he's in here with the kids and willing to stay in there, and maybe it could give him a leg up. Maybe he doesn't speak English well because he ain't got no money, he's trying to earn a little bit of more money, and at the same time help the people around him get a little bit better. Right? I don't know. Yeah, but that's why I quit. It's hard.
you know. And, I know I stayed there longer than I should have. But, it did give me a feeling of, and, of course, all it did also was just show me this whole this world, whatever world, and there, who says something is more than what is being said, which to me is coming back. And, our society is never going to get better until, in other words, I see it to the point where people are saying, well, times are changing and we need to change, the way church does certain things. I go, well, the word of the Lord says this, and it's not up to men to change it. And you may not be happy with what the Lord is telling you, but at the end of the day, that's the word, and all you have to do is look at history of people and all the suffering that they went through, because they wouldn't listen to us.
Yeah.
And because you don't want to come in this way, you need to do it one around it for 40 years until all you go forward is done all, and the new generation that lets you go.
Right. Yeah, and the ultimate disaster of the Jewish rejection of God is in the book of Samuel when they asked for a Messiah, and the prophet, was just devastated. And he, in Samuel, when you read it again, he said, "Okay, look, God tells the prophet, he says, I'm God. I knew they were going to ask for, Jesus or whatever. I already knew that they were going to reject me, right? Because, you are my chosen people. I've been here and I've showed you my miracles and stuff, and you pass it down and hand it for, you at least starting to get it through your head. But as soon as you get a bunch of money and stuff, you forget about it. Or as soon as one of the things is asking for the Messiah, is God said, you tell them that God has said they can have their Messiah so they can be like other people. You tell me, a king? You want a king? A Messiah? I split the ocean to get you out from under a king, and you're up here. We need one. We need it back again. You're chaining yourself right back up. You're putting you're picking the chains back up and putting them right back on you. But see, I'm God. I knew that. I knew you were going to do it. I hope you will eventually stop and get my government. But you have to grow up and be responsible and at least learn what I said, because that's already coming to you secondhand, and it's in the what Mom used to get into in the Kabbalah, what they in the Middle Ages, especially the literature around that part of religion is realizing that what the Torah, the immutable text that has not changed, nothing in it has changed. The 5 books, the oldest stuff, it's never changed for thousands of years. It's very carefully been preserved, and if ever they find an ancient manuscript, it's always been accurate, perfect. That part of it, we don't even learn that. And if I guess I consider myself lucky, and it's weird kind of a background that I have, because I had a lot of spirituality naturally in me when I came into the story. And when Diane married Harry, he was just Jewish, and that was not to his advantage. or his family for him to be Jewish, and he's like, to be like a conservative Jew. He was secular. He wasn't. He was like, man, this is trouble. Look at the mess we have made. Because back in Samuel, before then we were supposed to never ask for a Messiah or to be ruled by a human being. And now one of our own people, because of us making a mistake, a Jew has become the most influential person in human history. And what we have, if you study about Jesus like I do and have all of my life, we just don't know really, because there's major changes in religion that are tied to when Jesus was there. This stuff was going on. And the thing is, and this is one thing that Mom always used to say with her lost books of the Bible or whatever, that, and I didn't know this when Mom was showing it to me, but that Gospel of Thomas, that very well could be real. And it's not the same religion. And Jesus does get crucified but their religion that existed then said that he was supposed to die, that was part of the plan. But it was not a popular idea, because that religion said you ain't even started until you die, right? Because the material universe is bad. And the evidence that we have is it could have been the period of Alexander the Great, because Alexander the Great unified a big region. It was the biggest empire in history at the time that's known of. And in the beginning, he tried to stomp out other religions, but then towards the end, before he died, he mandated intermarriage between people of different cultures and different religions across the empire, because he saw that he was going to die eventually, and if it was just his force holding everything together, it would break up. And so he changed his policy. Because how did Jews even get this idea of an immortal soul? It's clearly in the old Bible. It says it's like this: you're dust, and you've been called by God forth from the dust. And in a very brief time, to the dust you're returning. And how fast you return to the dust depends on how stupid you is. You got to think to live and figure stuff out, and you're making mistakes. That's a threat. It's a tragedy of Christianity, that when the Gospels were written down, it was by people that never spoke with Jesus, probably never met anybody that spoke with the person himself. It was about the first century when they started being completed, right? And it's word of mouth stuff. Hey, my daughter's here. So let me go, and she's up, and hey, sweetie, she's up, and could you do this? Get your Discord installed, and I'll get on, and yeah, I'm gonna send you an email with the link. All right, so I'm doing it. What is it? What is your email? Oh, that's good. All right. Okay. All right. So you hungry, dear? What you want to eat? You want some? Mommy got some fish up there for you. All right. So I am. Oh, I really need to restart my computer. I have been. Oh man, I got multiple. I need to not have a one tab open on any browser at any time. That's a resource pit. It surely is. And I am totally like that. I totally want to have 5,000 tabs on every browser session, and it's kills your damn computer. It's very dumb to do that. And based on something you said, like you had the idea that I wanted to show like what it looks like when a noob that don't know what they're doing. No, that's not exactly it. I'm a noob and I don't know what I'm doing, right? And I can't do it alone. And people way ahead of me, I need to not be bothering them. And it could help you because I know that you could use this to make movies and make videos and stuff. I know you could. So really, I think you would get a lot of benefit from doing this with me. I'm not trying to, say I know all this because I really, man, I've only been doing this for 2 weeks. I'm trying to help my daughter be successful so she can win her coins. Do you want to win your coins? You do? Yeah, and Daddy's trying to learn so he can help teach you how to win the coins. That's really what it's all about. Oh, don't go up in here yet. They're going to blow us up away. Okay, so let's, I'm going to have to, I can't send an email right here. I cannot. Let me text you. How about that? All right. So, what it is, I'll text you the thing, and you will type that in on Google, and it's going to come up, and there'll be a download, and you click on download and install it. Oh, Pineapple wants to be friends. Except, you remember Pineapple shot us and blew us to bones of fire, right? Now, see, Pineapple's not mean. He likes you. He wants to be friends.
Yeah.
It's a game. We're not really killing each other. It shouldn't be thinking about it like that. What?
She had a good dream.
You had a good dream? She had a good dream? Yeah.
Yeah.
We should all have
About
good
the
dreams.
pineapples.
About pineapples, and that's why?
Yeah.
She named herself Pineapple?
She loves pineapples.
Yeah. She might do that. I'm not sure myself because I haven't talked to her on the phone. But she did blow our mech away, didn't she? Or he, or whatever it was. I thought that was Pineapple. I could see the name Pineapple in all the flames and smoke around my forehead.
I love pineapples.
But now I got a friend. That's what I like about this game. It's like people blow me to smithereens and they send me a friend request. Oh, are we friends? Are you sure? Oh, I enjoy it. Yeah, if that makes you happy, blowing me up, more power to you. I want you to be happy. But yeah, it could be that. All right. So I'm gonna hang up and text you.
All right, sounds good.
All right. All right.
Ooh, that's cool.
Discord.
That's cool. See? It's a Ooh. Wow.
Download. Discord download.